and welcome back to the channel. Today it's time to start season 95. This season in amateur, I am going for promotion. You can see in the previous videos how I have prepared for it. You can see currently starting with 20th. I believe this is ranked on money. I'm not quite sure how hard the opponents will be. So let's take a look at the calendar. We can see some interesting things. Race 11, there's a new track at Qatar, which is new for everyone, also for me, so we don't really know any car damage for this track, so we need to be careful. I made a small mistake with one of my sponsors, Science, for the front wing. I am at 45%, the average is also at 45, but the spot that I wanted the sponsor to get, the front wing, is still taken for the next 18 races, and I don't think that the sponsor that is currently on the front wing will be leaving this season. So yes, so I answered the first question incorrectly. I should have picked a different answer. Now currently I am at 45% and my opponent is at 45%. I might be able to complete the sponsor first, but then I have the issue that the sponsor slot is taken and that I will still lose the sponsor contract. So the best thing to do is possibly cancel the sponsor talks with this sponsor and just cut my losses and cancel the contract. Yes, lovely, let's cancel it. That's the best thing I can do, and the sponsor talk is cancelled. Whilst racing, I am mostly using 25, 30 or 35 CT and not depleting my driver energy, as it isn't needed to go faster in my current situation. This means I don't need to train my driver with Spa Resort, but I can keep doing fitness trainings. Some of my races that I have won with a better strategy. Let's take a closer look to one of those situations. In this example, we both started on dry tires. It's me and Andrew Carter in this case. We both pitted for rain tires at the same time. You can see the gap first before the pit stop and after the pit stop. It's smaller, and we stayed together basically the whole race. In this race, it rained until the end of the race. It didn't become dry at any point. And you can see that Andrew Carter is slowly driving away from me, as I don't have the overspeed to close him down. But somehow I still ended up winning the race, beating Andrew Carter. I think it's mostly because of the strategy. I managed to do a few more laps on my rain stint because I was carrying some more fuel than Andrew. So pitting a few laps later, which meant that I could save one pit stop over Andrew Carter, and in the end of the race that was enough to beat Andrew Carter and manage to win the race. I recently completed one of my sponsors, so I would like to start a new sponsor, but I can't because I'm only allowed to talk with 4 sponsors at the same time currently. But I know in amateur you can talk with 5 sponsors, so let's head to staff and facilities, as I need to update the commercial facilities. Currently I have 34, and if we do a +2 to 36, we should be able to talk with 5 sponsors, because every 12 levels of commercial is the ability to talk with one more sponsor. Might as well update it to level 40. Yes, lovely, let's update it, confirm. Yes, update done. So now let's head back to the sponsor, and now I should be able to start talking with the new sponsor. And yes, lovely, I can start talking with the sponsor. So now I am talking with 5 sponsors at the same time in amateur. Did you know that there are many more GPRO videos on the channel? Why not hit that subscribe button and watch them later? Qatar was one of the hardest races to achieve my objective of getting a podium in all races of the season. Here you can see the footage of me of Qatar coming into the pits for a technical problem and dropping me down the Orlog. It was also a race where you started on dry or wet tires, and one if the other was better. And lovely, we got an extra pit stops, and now we are out of the points, but I had the speed to make a speedy recovery, and a few cars are very close up to the road, and we have the speed to overtake them. And Yeah, lovely. And in the end, I still managed to get a podium, which I needed for my objective of finishing all 17 races on the podium. And thankfully, in all other races, there wasn't any problem. So here we have some footage of some lovely overtakes coming into in a second. Yes, lovely. I got a few cars, so let's pick them off. And yes, no, yes, where is it? It is happening sometime. Yes, lovely, here it is. Into 13th position, yes, lovely. And into 12th position, yay! Can we get another one? Maybe down the finish straight. Yes, lovely, back into 11th position, and we got the podium. That was the most important bit. This season has been a great success. I managed to dominate the group and ending the season with 160 points out of the possible 170 points, winning 13 out of the 17 races, and managed to finish those other races on the podium as well, collecting the achievement standing tall, which I hadn't done before. I also managed to win the cup competition. This also means I kept pushing, which isn't the best when you want to take your driver with you into pro for the long term. This season I have trained my driver with fitness training and stopped training him in the last 2 races when I noticed that my driver had already 132 motivation without motivation. The OA limit for pro is at 135. With only 4 races left into the season, I think it will be a very hard challenge to extend the contract of my current driver. So I have decided, when the market madness has slowed down, I will be hunting for a new driver for in pro. I started the season with 25 million in the bank, and with racing and winning I ended up with a lovely profit, ending the season with 79.6 million in the bank, which is a lovely profit of 54.6 million. Let's take a deeper dive into the financials for the last race of the season. At the last race of the season I did a facility update for the pit stop training center for 3.1 million, and we got 12 million for winning the group and 700,000 for winning the cup. Sadly, we needed to pay some taxes finally, because we were above 50 million. We paid those, but we got 8 million for scoring 160 points, and 2.1 million for the team bonus from the team result, and 5 million for racing all races. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon, and check out one of these videos if you haven't, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Goodbye!